Hey folks, Micah McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be doing the thing that I've been promising you for a long time, and that's making scrapple. We saved the bones from 3 deer, me and 2 of my boys. Actually, all 3 of my boys got deer this year, but we saved 3 deer's skeletons, basically. And I cut these up in small pieces so they'd all fit in my pot, hopefully. My neighbor's got a really nice meat saw that's gracious enough to let me come over there and use it to zip it up. We're gonna put all that in this big pot right here with 2 pig heads, skin, and other miscellaneous hog parts, pig feet, and things like that. We got a tail and et cetera, that make scrapple, because without the skin and the cartilage, scrapple don't turn out all that good at all. So we're gonna get started in this. Let's get her done. This is a process that takes a little bit of time, but for you, I'm gonna shorten it down. I've got a recipe you can follow right here. Take a screenshot of this right quick. You can have it for your own personal use. On. All right, one thing I did do, you might think it's pretty nasty putting pig heads in. I did cut the teeth out, because that is, I don't want teeth in my stuff. I don't think it would, it wouldn't ruin it. But, it's the thought of the thing. I cut that out. Every year we throw away more deer bones and good meat that would make a ton of good food. Right now, food prices are skyrocketing. So if you're like me and you got several children, I got 5 kids, a wife, and Frank to feed, and we don't go out every time we eat breakfast. We don't go out to eat. We eat at home 3 meals a day if I'm working in the area, which I usually am. So sausage, bacon, scrapple, that's the 3 main meats. And you'll get sick of sausage and you'll get sick of bacon, even though you don't think you would. You'll get sick of that after a while. Scrapple, I don't know what it is about scrapple. I don't get sick of it. We eat it. We don't get sick of it, but we still like to throw some sausage or bacon in there every once in a while. What we're gonna do, we're gonna boil this down until the meat comes off the bone and it's cooked through and through. Then we're gonna separate the meat from the bone. So let's keep at it here. All right, we've got it off the bone. What we did, we strained it through a metal strainer. That gets your broth separated from your bones and meat. Your broth is gonna go back in with your meat after you separate your meat and you put it through a grinder. The meat, the fat, the skin, the ears, all that good stuff goes right through that grinder. And now it's time to get it back in the pot and bring it back up to a boil. All right, we had the full 5 gallons of meat. We did not have the 10 gallons of broth. What you do in that case, you add water. You've got to have your moisture content right, or else when you put in your flours and your cornmeals, you're gonna be messed up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good boy. You can have it. Yeah. Good boy. Even Rusty likes scrapple. Okay, right now what he's doing, he is keeping it from scorching on the bottom while it comes back to a boil. After it comes to a boil, what we're going to do, we're going to take our cornmeal, our regular flour, and our buckwheat flour. We're going to slowly add it to it as we continue stirring. If you want to make some scrapple, but you don't know where to get the cornmeal, the buckwheat flour, or the other flour that goes in it, just go to Muddy Pond. If you're in Tennessee, look up Muddy Pond. Go up there to Muddy Pond. It is a beautiful drive, although there may not be snow on the road like there was when I went. It was an absolute gorgeous drive. But when you get up there, you'll see the general store, and that general store has everything you need for this scrapple. What it's going to do, it's going to fold into that amazing mixture of meat, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to get it mixed till it's thick enough to set up, and then we're going to get it in the cake pans. Next, buckwheat. Buckwheat is the absolute trick ingredient of this whole thing. It gives the right consistency. Oh! All right, some more. Okay. Oh, we got to set it on the ground. Turn that gas off. Okay, you got it?
How do you turn it off?
Just crank it, just like turning off water. There you go. All right, lay it a little too. All right, that should do it. It's about time to start panning it out. I bought this heavy duty mixer just for this job. And buddy, it did the job good, because the first time I made it with a mixer, I actually used a hammer drill that wasn't very stout, burn it flat up. All right, it's time to get it in the pans before it gets cooled off. We'll cool it off in the pans. All right, guys, we have fried us up some of this scrapple. What we did, we got up the next morning after we made it. I took a pan of it, I cut around the edges to loosen it from the pan, and then I shook it out of the pan onto a cutting board where I cut it. Once you get it sliced up, you want to get you some grease in a skillet. Get that skillet hot. There's one thing about scrapple, you can't hardly burn it. I mean, you can have that. It really likes a very hot skillet. Then after we get done and we get it out of the pan, we usually throw some eggs in right away, because there's something strange about eggs after you cook scrapple. And I don't know why, but those eggs won't stick. It don't matter how hot that thing is. I mean, they'll be boiling. As soon as you pour them in, you can pull it free. And I've tried it with bacon, with sausage, with all different things, and it sticks. But with this scrapple, it don't stick. We make the best eggs with scrapple. So anyway, it's time to try out this scrapple. This is the meatiest scrapple we've ever had. And boys, reach in there and get you some of that goodie. We put maple syrup on ours. It just really goes good.
Good.
This particular scrapple has a really good black pepper flavor. Just really good. You can taste it. Of course, we put the recommended 18 tablespoons. A lot of people eat it with eggs. I love it with eggs.
I love it by itself.
He loved it by itself. A lot of people say, oh, that looks, you're like making homemade Spam. No, it ain't anything like homemade Spam. Spam don't have flour, cornmeal, and buckwheat in it. And hog head cheese don't either. If we would have stopped the process with basically the meat and put the broth back in, then it would be hog head cheese. But when you put the flour, cornmeal, and all that in there, it's scrapple. And boy, is it good. So anyway, we're going to get on out of here. We hope you enjoyed this video. It has been in the works ever since deer season started. We finally got it done. This is my first deer scrapple to ever eat, and I love it. So we're going to get on out of here. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. All right, kid, quit eating my eggs.
Yeah.